World War II. Nose art. Background. During World War II, many flight crews on larger planes and individual pilots on smaller planes painted or had others paint logos on the front of their planes. The cover photos of this book is an example of what is now called nose art. However, the subject of essentially all of the nose art was unlike the illustration on the cover. The subjects of most nose art were young women in scant dresses that were modeled on the pin-up art that appeared in popular magazines of the day from 1941 to 1946, such as Esquire, Playboy, Penthouse, etc., and the work of the handful of mainstream artists who specialize in the subject. Gender discrimination. It must be noted up front that depiction of women as they are in nose art is not looked upon as being sexist. That is, many people believe that showing women in this way is to objectify them, treating them as objects rather than human beings. The Wikipedia article on this subject states the following. Sexual objectification is the art of treating a person as an instrument of sexual pleasure. Objectification is commonly examined at the level of society, but can also refer to the behavior of individuals. The authors of this book believe in gender equality in every sense, in every instance. However, it is also significant to note that the art pieces shown in this book were created 30 years before feminism, notably Judy Chicago, made the world aware of the pernicious effects of gender discrimination, and the pieces here were created by servicemen flying combat missions in the midst of World War. The aviators and their crew member were generally young men, even boys, who were viewing the particular nose art as inspiration, motivation, and frequently as a good luck charms. Further, the primary thrust of this book is on art. There are many instances throughout the art history when great art was created that in retrospect can fairly be viewed as discriminatory. The most famous pinup was Betty Grable, whose well-known photo is shown here. But it was the art of artists as opposed to the photographers who inspired the pilots and crews of the American bombers and fighter planes. The planes which most frequently had nose art were bombers. These included the A-26 Invader, B-17 Flying Fortress, B-24 Liberator, B-25 Michelle, B-29 Superfortress, SBD Dauntless, otherwise known as Dive Bomber, and TBI Avenger, otherwise known as Torpedo Bomber. Many single-pilot planes also had nose paintings, such as the P-51 Mustang, DH-98 Mosquito, Vickers Armstrong Spitfire, and Hawker Hurricane. The artists who inspired the nose art artists are Gil Evgren, Alberto Vargas, George Perry, and Olivia de Bardines. The artists who actually painted the nose artists are Tony Starcer, Charles Busa, Jack Gaffney, and David Heatma.